talent and a very special genius to be able to do it. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified for special emphasis in recruitment and hiring. The FAA's website states they include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism all qualify for the position of a controller of airplanes pouring into our country, pouring into a little spot, a little dot on the map, a little runway. The initiative is part of the FAA's diversity and inclusion hiring plan. Think of that. The initiative is part of the FAA's diversity and inclusion hiring plan, which says diversity is integral to achieving FAA's mission of ensuring safe and efficient travel. I don't think so. I think it's just the opposite.
So in an attempt to own the libs, Donald Trump lists the policies that the FAA follows for diversity and inclusion, saying that they don't discriminate against people who are missing partial limbs, people who have eyesight problems, people who may have some type of psychological issues, maybe neurological issues, maybe they're a dwarf, someone who's too short, and that these people are not fit to be control operators for the FAA. Now, if you don't know what a control operator is that they sit at a computer, they look at plane trajectories, and from there they coordinate. Now, it's ironic he's saying this because he's saying this to say that Obama and Biden are terrible people for pushing diversity and inclusion, but he fails to mention that a lot of veterans are maimed and disfigured from the war. Some can't see out of their eyes, some can't have a limb that is a human limb, or some have issues psychologically due to being a veteran. Now, again, if someone's psychological, physiological issue is so extreme that they cannot do the job, then they won't do the job. But the whole point of diversity and inclusion, when it's not forced down people's throats, and if it's not for people with rainbow haircuts and pixie cuts, the point is to include everyone that's applicable for a job. That's the whole point of it. So Donald Trump going down this route and trying to own Biden and Obama would have been 10 times better if the person that was there was shown to be a person who was a DEI hire, someone who's incompetent, and the only reason they were there is because of that. But because that scapegoat doesn't exist, he jumped the gun and basically just read a bunch of different disabilities that veterans, normal Americans, and other people may have. And that doesn't necessarily disqualify you from a job, for any job. And he kind of comes off as someone who's very quick to try to get a win on the libs, not realizing that a plane crash happened, multiple people passed away, and instead of basically saying that we're going to investigate this and avoid this, he's pointing the finger at people who are short.